our tiny house. This is Murphy the bus, and a few of you have asked for a tour of it, so we're going to do that really quick. This is the outside. Obviously the outside is not done yet. This is just purely cosmetic work that we haven't gotten to. We have to wait till we got to a warmer area, things like that. We're going to paint it. The red won't be there. Put some decals on it, things like that. So the outside's not done, but the inside definitely is. Here you'll see our port. This is for our shore power. We are not solar or anything like that yet. We rely on shore power. We can do a couple days on our own, but other than that, we're gonna need some shore power until we set up solar. Come on in, watch your step. Got free fare. It's a couple things we never took off. Anyway, welcome to the cockpit. This is where we would drive the bus. This is where Jared drives. When we're moving it around, we drove cross country in it already, I would say. And normally my seat goes right here, where this mat is. Right now it's just 4 cocked holes, but that works out well because otherwise it's in the way if you're just parked for a while. But it's really simple to bolt in and out. So right here you'll see our battery box. We just open that up. See a bunch of well, keys, and then a lot of wiring, a lot of batteries. We went with some, what are they, AGM batteries?
Yeah, deep cycle
AGMs. Really cool batteries. You know, we're happy with them so far. We've got a inverter down there. We're semi-happy with that. We might change that out. We're not sure yet. And we've got right here our voltage meter, fire extinguisher, things like that. And then here we've got some storage. And then see this here. What was this called again?
Circuit breaker.
Circuit breaker, yeah. See, he knows so much more.
A breaker panel.
Yeah. Jared knows so much more about all the electrical stuff than I do. But yeah, this is just a breaker panel. We had a little bit of help with this. This was a little complicated. But Jared did some good work on this, plus the guy that helped him with it. So, and then we've also got storage area. This is original for the bus. All we did was put some doors on it and stuff. Some storage area up here, wipes and things like that, sanitizers, because we're in a pandemic, you know, first aid kits, things like that. There is wiring back here that we didn't mess with. We just left it as it is because it's a little beyond us. So
well, just control some of the bus features.
Yeah, some of the bus features. Well, some of the bus features that aren't even in it anymore, yeah. Like the chairlift and whatnot. So we just left all that be. All right, so this is the living room, which I really like. This is really important to me so that I wasn't staring at the kitchen, that I had a space to kind of differentiate it. This is the couch. This is temporary. This is one of the projects that we plan on doing eventually. But it works fine for now. It's a great couch. I think it's a kid's couch. We put some higher legs on it to make it a little bit higher. And it actually comes with some storage, which is nice. Put some blankets and stuff under there. We've got an extra chair folded up in there, which is nice. It's pretty comfortable. You know, it's just seated up against the doors where the chairlift used to be, which obviously we took out. We didn't need it.
And we do plan to put an air conditioner in this spot.
Yeah, right
and
here.
Actually probably close up this door for the most part. We'll have a mini split AC with the air handler up there, and then probably some tongue and groove on this wall that'll match the rest of the bus and kind of finish it off. We don't ever use this door, so we're going to close that off, I think.
And we're not too worried about losing some windows because the whole bus is window, so we're not too worried about closing that off. And we will need air conditioning if we plan on staying in Arizona. So this is in front of the couch, obviously. The other part of the living room, my desk. I love this desk. It is made out of some crazy old barn wood from like the 17th century. You can see the original saw marks and everything. And this was given to us by Senior Benjamin. So thank you, Benjamin. I love it. It's great to sit at for our Zoom meetings and letter writing or whatever you're doing. We've got our TV mounted above it, which is awesome. It's just TV from our old apartment mounted up there. And then we've got some storage under here right now. You know, all sorts of storage, things for your games, things for your letter writing. You know, I've got a lotion drawer, an incense drawer, you know, things like that. These are great. These are storage boxes that are actually rated for the weight of someone sitting on them, which is great, so you have an extra seat. Sometimes I don't even use this wooden chair. Sometimes I just turn around on my desk and use this. And you can put stuff inside it, you can fold it up, put it under the couch, you can actually flip it over and it's like a table, which is nice. So these are wonderful. Usually we just leave them out and we just kind of push them up to against the desk when we're not using them. So that's it for the living room. If you look up, you'll see our ceiling fan, which is a very important part of our kitchen because we have a gas stove. Now, you do need airflow if you have a gas stove, so that is partially the reason why we installed this, but also you want airflow anyway. Gas stove is great. I cook everything in it, on it, whatever. I have no problems cooking for the two of us. In fact, I cooked lemon bars today, and they turned out great. I'll be cooking in it for dinner tonight too, so it works awesome. We've got all the plumbing right here, which is amazing. The plumbing was very difficult, but it came out great thanks to a friend named Robert. There's my trash. Here is all the plumbing and everything under here. We've got a hot water tank, which has been plenty of hot water for us. We've got all the plumbing lines under here as well. And then we've also got, for right now, our propane tank, which is going to go under the bus, but for right now it's right here, which is fine. And it lasts a crazy long time, by the way. I want to mention, we've had that propane tank under there for like 2 months, and we cook on this stove every day, and
Yeah,
it's still working.
Amazing how long it's lasting.
So this is a very efficient gas stove, I'm imagining. The countertop I absolutely love, but was definitely one of the most time-consuming things for us to do.
It's very meticulous.
Very meticulous, because we bought, unless you want to pay somebody to do it for you, we bought this just as like an 8x4 slab and then custom cut it to fit everything that we were doing. So all of these outlines were custom cut. The sink was custom cut. This is actually a bathroom sink originally, so we had to custom cut it and everything like that to make it fit. And the sink is great, you know, even though it's small, it works for us. But yeah, the whole process of cutting it and treating it and everything like that did take some time, but it was a lot of fun. Storage for the kitchen is great right now. It is a little awkward just because we're in a pandemic. We've been doing large shops every couple weeks as opposed to going to the store every couple days like we used to. So you'll see some food and items in weird places. So like, for example, we've got plates and stuff under here. We've got pots and pans under here along with some food items and things that we're storing. More storage here. We've got cutting boards and whatnot. This is great. We had a little space in between the fridge and the counter, so we put the silverware drawer. This is our fridge. Very basic mini fridge, like 160 bucks or something. Yeah, super easy. Fits everything we need for 2 people. And then we've got storage up here, which right now is all food. And this is great. Jared custom built these cabinet tops. The only thing we didn't build here was these doors. We bought them used, and all we did was refinish them. So right now it's all food. So yeah, it works out great. You know, our coffee and everything works great here. This wall, I will point out, it's not amazing. It's not my favorite. I do like the way it looks. However, it is just a stick and peel wall. It is something that we do plan on changing eventually. This was just something to get up there to make it nice and pretty and livable until we could have the time to do something else to it. By the way, this whole build took us 4 months, so a couple of these things. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just a peel and stick wallpaper or like backsplash, and
Yeah.
it looks good. It just, we've had some adhesion issues, so we're gonna probably look into something a little bit better. But from a few feet away, it looks really nice.
Yeah,
so.
from a few feet. It's just if you're right up next to it.
Yeah.
Looking at it, don't look too close. We've also got another odd thing in an odd place. We've got dishes in this little thing right here. Normally I'd put them up in the cabinet because we have so much food right now. I'm keeping them in here, which is great. It's a little storage area. Last little storage area of the kitchen is we had a tiny bit of space before the hallway started in between where we wanted the fridge and the hallway, so we used that wall space. This is actually 2x4 here for the countertop, so we use that 2x4 space to make a pantry. So we've got, you know, all sorts of cans and booze and things like that under there, which is great. And it just slides in and out. It's got 3 of those slide drawer things on it. It works great. It's not, we had to fix it a little bit, so it's not quite finished, but just a little touch-up paint and it'll be fine. Got a heater right here that will probably be replaced with a portable AC at some point if we find that the mini split isn't enough, but I feel like it will be, so I'm not worried about that. All the windows here have shades on them, if you don't see that. These are great because they'll keep the heat out, but they'll also keep it warm inside if it's cold outside. They flip up and down. These windows close. They're awesome. I just made them pretty. You know, these are just Reflectix inside. I've seen a lot of people use Reflectix on their tiny houses, but I just decided to make it cute with, you know, llamas and cactuses and stuff. So these are awesome. Moving on to the bathroom. Oh, before I do, I want to point out these floors. These are all just Costco floors. We bought them at Costco. Our friend Senior Benjamin, who provided the desk, also did the floors. He said it was the hardest 100 square feet that he ever did, but we appreciate it.
They turned out amazing.
It did turn out amazing, yeah. They're crazy durable. So this whole area is going to be cedar. This is all mostly scrap cedar that we used for tongue and groove, and then just treated it over and everything. This is the entry to the bathroom, a curtain. If you're not into that, that's fine, but a door was a little bit too much space. So it works well for us, we're fine with it. This whole bathroom is going to be cedar. The only thing that's not cedar is the shower, which is FRP, which is fiberglass reinforced plastic. I'll get into that in a second, but world's tiniest sink, some more FRP here to help with water splashing. Little medicine cabinet in the wall. I'm not going to show you all my medications. I'm just kidding. It's mostly allergy pills. And then we've got a composting toilet right here, which I'm not going to open, but you get the gist of that. Composting toilet is composting. We do not have a black water tank. So the whole point of this is just separating your liquids and solids and composting it correctly. Some people aren't into that, but you know, I have gone to the bathroom in way worse places in Asia. This is an upgrade, I promise.
And there's really no smell to it.
There's no smell to it at all. We have a fan running 24/7. That's what this little blue light is. And it sucks air out of it. And the tube actually goes along the wall and out the side of the bus out there. So there's constant air being pulled out of it to keep it dry. And it does not smell. We have not had a smelling issue with it. The only thing that we want to change in this bathroom would be to put another max fan inside this emergency exit, which would be great for airflow while you're in here going to the bathroom, or just while you're showering, because otherwise it gets really musty in here. The shower itself is 2 by 3 feet, and it is plenty big enough for me, as you can see. Jared fits in here as well. He's broad-shouldered, but he makes it work. Very easy, you know. Well, I mean, this wasn't easy, but the material itself is easy. We just had to cut it to fit and then caulk it and everything like that. You've seen this before in a commercial building. I'm sure they just put it on the bottom 3 feet of their bathrooms just to make it easy to clean. It's 100% waterproof. The texture's nice. It works great. All right, and then yeah, go ahead. Yeah, these are secret doors. This one right here is more storage within a wall, within the 2x4s of our structure. So here we've got, you know, toilet paper, ear cleaners, things like that. And then right here by the towels, we've got another secret door. But we didn't want the whole wall to be doors, so we made kind of a secret door. You know, just extras and things like that we buy in bulk. Bathroom supplies. And then the bottom one as well also does that. So this is my door to Narnia. This goes underneath the bed. You have access to all the bed storage under there. Right now, as you can see, all you see is my dirty laundry. But beyond that dirty laundry, there's a lot of cool storage under there. Clothing, things like that. Emergency food storage, things like that. And then we've got one more secret door here, which is coming up oddly. But that's where I keep things for the bathroom, for like the toilet, whenever you need to change the compost, things like that, you know. And this perfect tiny little rug worked great in here. Alrighty, and then we're moving to the bedroom, which is my favorite part because it's so cozy. First of all, we've got cabinets? Closets, thank you. Yeah, I was having a hard time finding that word. Closets, he has the top one, I have the bottom one, because he's taller. I'm going to show you his clothes. Just hang up stuff, backpacks, sweatshirts, whatever you need. Mine's on the bottom. Up here we've got some blankets and things like that. I keep my lotion up there for whatever reason. And then down here we've got 2 shelves, each with 4 bins each, so we each get 4 bins for our clothing. It works great. we haven't had any issues with it. Obviously, this is a more simplified version of lifestyle, so you can't have a huge closet, but we're okay with that. We have plenty of clothes.
Yeah, we have more than enough clothes in
More
that,
than
in that
enough
space.
clothes in our space. We even used some wall space here to put some clothes in, which I'm not going to open. That's Jared's underwear. You don't need to see that. This bed is actually a full-size bed. It is not like an RV style bed at all. This is a full-size Tempur-Pedic bed. We built the bus around this because we wanted a full-size bed, which is still small considering, you know, it's just a full-size. It's not a queen or anything on it. There's 2 of us sleeping on it, but we're all right with that. And it is actually on an old futon base, whatever you want to call that. What'd you call it before?
It's a hinged platform.
Hinged platform. There you go.
So half of the bed lifts up for access to underneath the bed for more storage, and it's a little heavy, a little awkward to lift up.
It is a little awkward to lift up.
But you can get in there.
Yeah.
That does help for getting some storage into the bed.
Yeah, it does help for sure. And yeah, I really like this bed space for sure. It's super cozy. We just keep these shades up 24/7 for privacy and everything. And then we've got the TV right here, which is awesome. Just lay in bed, watch some TV or something like that. And then we've got some shelves over in the corner over there for each of us. We can put our phones and lotions or whatever you need. I put lotion on my hands every night, so I got that up there.
And this is the air conditioner that came with the bus, and it runs just off when the engine's running, so we won't use it all that much. We may end up taking it out and putting another mini split back here. We're not sure yet. We're gonna do one at a time, and if we can keep this one, we will. But we'll see how it works.
We are having some issues with it though, because when you turn it on, it won't turn off. So we had to pull some things out to
it needs a little bit of
make
work.
it stop going. It needs a little bit of work. It works, but it works too well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. And then, you know, the walls are just pine, unfinished pine, but we kind of like that. And then there's a safe back there. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the bedroom. There's some pretty twinkly lights too, which are nice. I won't turn them on. I don't know how they'll look on the GoPro, but you know. So that's basically it. That's basically our whole bus. It's you know, it's a great living space for us. We think it's big enough for the 2 of us.
It's about 130 square
about
feet.
130 square feet. Yeah.
25-foot bus on a 4500 Chevy chassis.
Yeah.
It runs really good. Drives really nice. It drives like a big truck. U-turns surprisingly sharp.
Yeah. And you know, I'm really happy with it. You know, with the whole build, considering it only took us 4 months.
And that's while we were still working. So I was working 3 days a week, and she was working about 4 days a week, and then I was working on the bus about 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah. So it took us about 4 months to, and we had to really invest in it. You know, but now I'm really happy with the way it turned out, considering how short of a time frame that we had to work on it.
Yeah. So as you can see, we've got power all throughout the bus. There's outlets in the bedroom, in the bathroom, you know, here in the
USB ports everywhere, literally everywhere.
We did 12-volt powered USB ports all throughout. Same thing over here at the desk. More power with USB ports. You know, you got power all throughout, so you're not running extension cords or anything.
We're not running anything directly off the inverter. Everything is being run off of the electrical that Jared wired through this whole bus. So.
And we also have we talked about the water and stuff, but we have
water tanks. That's right.
Yeah, we have a 45-gallon fresh tank and a 35-gallon gray water tank.
Yeah.
Then we have the hot water, the sink here, obviously hot and cold, but also, as we showed in the bathroom, hot and cold in the sink and the shower. And we also have this. It's a filtered
freshwater
filtered drinking water, so there's a separate filter for that spout. It's very comfortable, very livable.
I mean, right now we're isolating in it.
Yeah,
and we've been fine.
Yeah.
Because I was potentially exposed, so now we're under isolation. But it's a really comfortable spot to isolate. I'm really happy with it.
It feels very much like a home.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel even like a trailer or like a. It doesn't feel to us like a DIY build, even though it is.
Yeah.
And we're not, professional builders or anything, but we're really happy with how it turned out.
Yeah. Yeah. If you have any questions or you want to see anything more extensive, just let us know. I'm sure some of you saw the Instagram page. It's living in a bus down by the underscores all over the place. I'm sure you'll find it if you look it up. But yeah, this is Murphy the Bus, and yeah, just let us know if you have any questions.